Welcome to another episode of The Epic Family Road Trip.
Hey guys, we are here still in Oklahoma. We've just got a little bit left to do on the Jeeps. We're hoping some parts arrive tomorrow and then we can get things wrapped up and carry on our journey. But the team here has been doing an amazing job and they've been very hospitable and taking good care of us. But you can see in the background, they're expecting some storms to roll through this evening and tonight. And this is springtime in Oklahoma, so everyone here is telling us to keep an eye on the weather, keep an eye on the online and the radar and so on, just in case, because this time of year they can get some pretty nasty weather. But I'm hoping, this whole thing will just blow over, but you never know. So we are keeping an eye on it. Matt, the owner of the place, has a storm shelter at his house actually, and he just texted us his location. So if push came to shove, if the weather got really nasty, he invited us to come over there and just kind of weather the storm with the safety of a storm shelter in the basement. So hopefully it won't come to that, but we're prepared, and yeah, we're excited to get back to work on the Jeeps tomorrow. We're also charging up our jackery to make sure we have power if the power goes out. They're saying that there's going to be high winds and the power line could get knocked down, so it's always good to have portable power. We probably should have started earlier, but as of now we've got 31% going there. That'll be enough for quite some time. Then we can charge up. If the power goes out, we can at least have our lights charging and our communications with us. So we are putting all kinds of new electronics with the Red Arc system into the Jeep, so we'll have lots of on-vehicle lithium, so we'll have lots of power in there, but it's always important to have a portable solution as well. If you need to grab power and go somewhere, that's the only way to do it. And these things are reasonably light and easy to carry, and you'll have hours and hours of power when you need it. And also, because we are not from Oklahoma or the Great Plains area and we're not used to these huge storms, Pete just got our Fieldcraft survival bags. These are go bags with med supplies and everything we need if we had to get out of here in a hurry.
We'll kind of be on the outer bands of some strong rain, but
Fall, that's coming. Good morning. So the storm blew over last night. Lots of rain and lightning and thunder, but that's about it, so that's good. And it brought in a bit of a cold front, so it's chilly this morning, but a beautiful spring day here in Oklahoma. So yeah, we're just gonna get busy with the Jeep, and we'll take you with us. Today we are installing an Easy On 2000 awning off the back of both Jeeps. These come with a room that can be attached, which will extend the living space by shortly. The team made the necessary repairs to Vandy's drivetrain and re-spooled the worn winch with the reflective Spidura synthetic line. Exactly what I'm looking for. Under the seat of Vandy, we installed an ARB dual compressor so we can inflate our tires much quicker going forward. We also installed 50-watt Midland radios in both vehicles, 67 Designs device holders, and a Trailgater tailgate table in Worsley. You'll always steal my breath away. You'll always be my team also continues to install the Red Arc electronic systems, and when it's all completed, we look forward to giving you a full review. Alright guys, we are getting close to the end of the build here. We probably are going to be finished today. So what's happening in the background is all the kind of finicky wiring stuff that goes along with putting in the Red Arc. What he's doing is putting USB ports in the back so that Caroline can charge things with that. We can charge up cameras and so on. They're putting a USB hub in under the dash so that we can plug in our GoPros and have them plugged in, and that'll be a big game changer for us because we're constantly switching up batteries, so they'll be plugged in all the time, which will be great. A lot of little details, just tidying things up. We didn't get to the heaters in this section of the build. We're going to be doing that hopefully in a month or so. Earlier on we had a diesel tank sitting on the outside here, and now we won't need that because of the way the Webasto is. It's probably going to be plumbed right into our gas, our auxiliary fuel tank, so it'll run off of gas. So a lot of cool stuff ahead with that, but in the meantime we use those spots for Rotopack extra toolkits. It can be used as a first aid kit on the exterior of the vehicle, or tools or recovery gear, so that's really handy. So we'll take you through the rest of the build, and then we cannot wait to get on the trail. And after several weeks in the shop, even a quick 6-hour drive westward can feel like a grand adventure.
Alright, so we're leaving the shop. Both Jeeps have been built really nice. They're just about done. We got to do KC lights all around on both of them, and then the Webasto heaters. That'll all come later. For now, we got the bikes packed up on the trailer. We're using a U-Haul this time. This is just to get us into Arizona where we want to get to, then we drop it off and ride the bikes to a BDR. This is going to be really fun, and we'll be taking that north up country and unknown from there. It's going to be beauty.
Morning. Last night we arrived pretty late, so we didn't do a whole lot of filming, but we got set up here at Wichita Mountain Wildlife Reserve. This place is amazing. We've been here a couple of years ago. We spent a couple nights here, in 2020 I believe it was, and glad to be back. There's some beautiful hiking trails. There's a lake behind us. Just a nice quiet night with the sounds of silence. So yeah, and what a sound to wake up to, the birds again. That's something we've been looking forward to for some time. So we had an amazing time in Oklahoma, and Matt and the team, Matt, Ray, Justin, Kyle, everybody there at the shop took really good care of us, and we got a whole bunch of stuff done on the Jeeps to make them more ready for camping. We have still some work to do down the road, but we're ready right now to hit the trails. We're going back to Amarillo today, and we have about half a day's worth of work on the Jeeps, and then we're gonna get out on the trails. Can't wait to take you guys with us. But first, as they say, coffee.
How you can see right out all those spots. It's because that thing that plot needs to be on the inside.
Oh, this is right where we hiked the camp last time. Isn't that beautiful? It's such a pretty place. Beautiful lake in the middle of here, and it's surrounded by these gorgeous rocky hills on all sides. If you ever get a chance, Wichita Mountain Wildlife Reserve.
It's kind of nice. We're all taking a hike this morning. The kids went off and did their own hike. Peter and I are just kind of hiking by ourselves. Everyone kind of just spread out a little bit after a few weeks in the shop. But so it's kind of nice to get fresh air. Last night we could look out our tent, see stars, hear coyotes. It was just so nice. So yeah, we're just doing a little hike before we hit the road back to Texas. So I really want to thank each and every one of you that sent all those kind words of encouragement and verses and love to my sister and her family. I know Wayne is shining down, watching over us. So huge thank you for all your love.
Now, had a good night's sleep last night. We're heading into the shop to get the final bit of work done on the Jeep. I've got to get, we bought an AEV tire carrier for the back. We're going to get that fitted into the new JXL custom bumper. So that's on the schedule for today. And then a few odds and ends just to get us ready for the road. And probably get everything done today, but if not, we'll do about a half a day tomorrow, and then we're going to go camping. So I can't say the build hasn't been fun, and it has, but you know, sometimes if we're on the road for a long period of time, we kind of get road weary, and in this case we're getting a little shop weary. So no worries, everyone's treated us really well, but we are anxious to get in the wilderness, off the grid, back doing what we do best.
We don't have to worry about the camera because we got our camera feed. Might have to grab a couple more watches for eyes.
So right now we're heading back to the shop. We're obviously in Amarillo, and we just brought some food to Dan and Caroline back at the KOA. And when we were leaving the shop, we heard over the radio an emergency broadcast come on that there's going to be a blizzard tonight. And by 6 o'clock, that blizzard's supposed to be here, 6 or 7, and it's only 2:30. So a bit of a front, like storm cloud just is blowing over right now. It's all this rain, and we're getting mixed with hail, like pretty good chunks of it. So I'd imagine the temperature's going to drop pretty drastically for there to be blizzard-like conditions. 39 degrees Celsius has dropped a full 10 degrees in like 10 minutes. So last night we had a pretty good blizzard here in Amarillo, and we woke up, halfway through the night, power kicked off, and obviously this morning we still have no power. So this is one of those times where having a portable power solution is pretty nice, because they've got these little space heaters. Normally they have 2 heaters that are built into the walls, but since they're connected to the grid here, they're they're knocked out and it's pretty cold. So they had a space heater in here, which we've got plugged into our Jackery, and then of course our laptops and other things. We've got some lights that we're going to be charging later as well. Power will probably come on sometime today, but in the meantime, being able to stay warm and charge all of our stuff is really nice.
That evening, the power came back on, the stormy weather blew away, and we had time for one last dinner with Glenn Pratt and his beautiful family, where they presented us with some gifts.
Hold that thing up and reach the front.
And this is of the Worsley Jeep, so whoever wants to open this one. And yes, it's like in the canyon.
Oh, wow. You're very talented. What'd you use, acrylics?
Yeah.
Been to Mexico. Right? Everybody knows that you've been to New Zealand, right? But now you've been to Texas. Awesome. The Lone Star. That's right, Republic of Texas. So.
And in the meantime, we'll see you down the road.